submerged continent. Only 3 islands are emergent islands. The New Zealand is also called submerged continent. Australian continent, Greenland continent, and islands which are located around the Australian continent in the Pacific Ocean is called Oceania or Australasia. Why this one is also called Australasia? Australian continent, Greenland continent or submerged continent and islands. Of these 4 land areas, Australian continent has more area when compared with other lands. In Oceania or Australasia, some islands distribute in the equatorial climate zone, Nauru, Kiribati, Tonga, Tuvalu, and so forth. These are the important places which are located or which distribute in the equatorial climatic zone, particularly either sides of the 10 degrees northern hemisphere and 10 degrees southern hemisphere. The rainfall is available due to trade winds in the equatorial climate zone. This is the regular rainfall. The regular rainfall is called convectional rainfall. The average rainfall of the equatorial climate zone is 150 centimeters to 350 centimeters. The vegetation grow from 40 to 60 meters height. Some vegetation grow up to 100 meters height. Important vegetation are mahogany, ebony, rosewood, cinchona, jawport, and so forth. And so forth is nothing but etc. Hardwood is produced from this vegetation. Chewing gum is manufactured from the jawport plant. Sickle liquid derives from the jawport plant. From sickle liquid, chewing gum is manufactured. Important animals of equatorial climate zone: snakes, monkeys, crocodiles, hippopotamus, okapis, African elephants, and so forth. Viper is the poison snake in the equatorial climate zone. And anacondas, more anacondas are living around the Amazon river and so forth. As for topographical conditions, the equatorial climatic zone again is classified into 2 subdivisions. As for topographical conditions, the equatorial climatic zone is again classified into 2 subdivisions. One is Amazon type of climatic zone or lowlands type of climatic zone. Amazon type of climatic zone, lowlands type of climatic zone, and uplands climatic zone or Malayan type of climatic zone. The Amazon type of climatic zone or lowlands type of climatic zone is located around the Amazon river of South American continent and around Congo river of African continent. In preliminary previous question in Africa, UPSC did ask the first cutting of equator by the Jeri River or Congo River in which direction, and the second cutting is in which direction. The first cutting towards northern direction and second cutting is towards southern direction. When compared with the Amazon River, the direction of the Congo River is anti-clockwise direction. The direction of the Amazon River towards clockwise, while the direction of the Congo or Jeri River towards anti-clockwise direction. It is a brief explanation about the equatorial climate zone or a hot and wet climate zone or tropically evergreen forest climate zone or salvas climate zone. Now we are going to teach about the tropical deserts climate zone. We can see throughout the world 8 tropical deserts. Arabian Desert, Thar Desert. These two are located, or these two distribute in Asian continent. Sahara Kalahari deserts distribute in African continent. Sonoran Desert distribute in North America. Atacama Desert distributes Sonoran Desert distributes in North America. Atacama Desert distributes in South America. Great Australia and Great Victoria deserts are located in Australian continent. Particularly, the tropical deserts are located western side of the continents due to or owing to trade winds 15 to 30 degrees both northern and southern hemispheres. One is Arabian Desert. The Arabian Desert is located western side of the Asian continent, particularly Saudi Arabia, UAE, Iran, Iraq, Israel, Jordan, and so forth countries. And so forth is nothing but etc. Important tribes, those who live or those who are living in Arabian Desert are called Bedouins. Thar Desert. The Thar Desert is located India and Pakistan. The hottest place is in the Thar Desert, Jacobabad. It is in Sindhu state of the Pakistan. The Indian Thar Desert hottest place is Jaisalmer. It is in western part of Rajasthan. The Thar Desert hottest place is Jacobabad. It is located Sindhu state of Pakistan. The Indian Thar Desert hottest place is Jaisalmer. It distributes or it is located western side of Rajasthan or western Rajasthan. Now we are going to Sahara Desert. The Sahara Desert is located or it distributes northern part of the African continent, particularly from the western side towards eastern side, 15 to 30 degrees. Particularly it distributes or it is located Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, Egypt, Niger, Chad and Sudan countries. Important tribes of Sahara Desert. One is Tuaregs or Tuaregs, Bedouins. Tuaregs or Tuaregs and Bedouins. These two tribes are nomadic tribes. Nomadic tribes are nothing but the tribes, those who frequently move from one place to other places or travel from one place to other places are called nomadic tribes. Farmers tribe. The Pallahins are farmers tribes. The business tribes are called caravan traders and oasis. The tribes, those who are living near the water spots of the deserts, are called oasis. Next one is Kalahari Desert. The Kalahari Desert is located southern part of the African continent, particularly western side towards eastern side, in Namibia, Botswana, Angola, South Africa. Important tribes of the Kalahari Desert: Bushmen and Hottentots. The Tropic of the Cancer passes through Sahara Desert. The Tropic of the Capricorn passes through Kalahari Desert. The equator passes through middle part of the African continent. Now we are going to Sonoran Desert. The Sonoran Desert is located or it distributes California, Arizona states of USA and Mexico country. Next, sixth one is Atacama. Atacama Desert distributes or it is located Peru, Chile countries of South American continent. Great Australian Desert. The Great Australian Desert is also called Great Sandy Desert. It is located or it distributes northwestern part of the Australian continent, while the Great Victorian Desert distributes or located southwestern part of Australian continent. Important tribes of the Great Victorian Desert: Aborigines. So 8 tropical deserts. So far we can see 8 tropical. One is Arabia, Thar, Sahara, Kalahari, Sonoran, Atacama, Great Australian Desert or Great Sandy Desert and Great Victorian Desert. Which type of topography we can see when you are going to deserts? Biggest sandy deposits, biggest valleys, smallest valleys. The sand cyclones in the desert areas are called Simons. The sand frequently transport from one place to other places due to the sand cyclones or Simons. That is why biggest sandy deposits, biggest valleys are being developed day by day. If the structure of the sand deposits is arc shape, then that are called barkans. The structure of the sand deposits is fan shape, then that are called bajadas or bahadas. The biggest valleys, which are also developed by the sand cyclones or Simons, are called wadis. When these are called wadis, if the water flow through the biggest valleys, which are also developed by the sand cyclones or Simons, are called wadis. If the water flow through the smallest valleys, which are also developed by the Simons or sand cyclones, are called playas. If the desert area filled by the sands, that type of desert area is called yerks. If the desert area filled by the pebbles and conglomerates, that type of area is called wrecks. If the desert area filled by the biggest rocks, then that type of area is called hamadas. Filled by the sands, wrecks. Filled by the pebbles, conglomerates, wrecks. Filled by the biggest rocks, hamadas. Generally, the rainfall is in the desert areas less than 25 centimeters or 25 centimeters. The camel is called the ship of the desert. The camel is called the ship of the desert. Which type of rivers are called exotic rivers? Which type of rivers are called exotic rivers? Which type of rivers are called international rivers? If any river flows through the desert area, then it's called exotic river. If any river flows through more than one country, then it is called international river. In Asian continent, Indus River is the exotic river. In Asian continent, Indus River is the exotic river because it passes or it flows through the Thar Desert. In African continent, Nile River is the exotic river because it flows through Sahara Desert. In North American continent, Colorado River is the exotic river because it flows or it passes through Sonoran Desert. The Indus River rises Kailasa mountain of the Himalayas. The Indus River rises Kailasa mountain of the Himalayas. It flows through Thar Desert and it outflows into the Arabian Sea at Karachi in Pakistan. It flows through Kashmir of India and Sindhu state of Pakistan. Important tributaries of the Indus River: Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas, Sutlej. Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas, Sutlej. These are the plain tributaries and mountain tributaries are Gilgit, Shyok, Shyok, and so forth. And so forth is nothing but etc. Now we are going to discuss about Nile River. The Nile River is the longest river in the world. It rises from the Victorian Lake of the eastern part of African continent. It flows through Uganda. South Sudan, North Sudan, and Egypt. It outflows into the Mediterranean Sea at Alexandria in Egypt. It passes or it flows through Sahara Desert. So it is called exotic river. Why this is called exotic river? Because it flows through Sahara Desert. It is also international river. If any river passes or flows more than one country, then it is called international river. Because it flows through Uganda, South Sudan, North Sudan, and Egypt. The Indus also international river because it flows through India and Pakistan. Important tributaries of Nile River. Blue Nile, White Nile at Bara. Blue Nile, White Nile at Bara. It is the longest river in the world. Amazon is the biggest river in the world. The Nile River is in African continent. The Amazon River is in South America. Next, Colorado River. It rises Colorado state of USA, North American continent, flows through Sonoran Desert, outflows into the Gulf of California. The Gulf of California is a part of the Pacific Ocean. The Gulf of California is a part of the Pacific Ocean. The Grand Canyon is developed by the Colorado River in Sonoran Desert. The Grand Canyon is developed by the Colorado River in the Sonoran Desert. The area is 333,000 square kilometers. The area is 333,000 square kilometers. Length is 320 kilometers and depth is 2 kilometers. It's called Grand Canyon of the world. Exotic rivers over. Now we are going to vegetation in the desert. Vegetation in the desert. The vegetation which grow in the desert areas have no leaves. Instead of leaves, these having the biggest stems. Stems are used as water storage reservoirs. For example, aloe vera, cactus, and so forth. Aloe vera, cactus, and so forth. It is a brief explanation about the tropical deserts climate zone or Sahara type of climate zone. Now we are going to tropical grasslands climate. The tropical grasslands climatic zone is located or it distributes 10 to 15 degrees in the western side of the continents or countries. Again, these are classified into three types. One is lonas or lanos. The second one is campas. Third one is savannas. The lonas grasslands, the tropical grasslands which grow in Venezuela and Guyana countries of South American continent called lonas or llanos. The tropical grasslands which grow in Brazil, Peru, Bolivia, northern part of Argentina country called campas. The tropical grasslands which grow in Sudan countries of Africa called savanna. The tropical grasslands climatic zone is also called a natural zoo type of climatic zone. Why this climatic zone is also called a natural zoo type of climatic zone? Because more animals live or more animals are living in this climatic zone when compared with the other climatic zone. This climatic zone is also called parklands type of climatic zone. Why this climatic zone is also called a parklands type of climatic zone? Because the grass grow like the garden's grass. Sudan type of climatic zone. The Sudan type of climatic zone. The savanna grasslands are also called elephant grasslands. Elephant grasslands. This climatic zone is famous for cigars. The name of the cigars is Cuba Havanas. In this climatic zone, Cuba is famous for cigars. And also this climatic zone receives the highest rainfall. At Wailili of Hawaiian Islands. The Hawaiian Islands are located in the Pacific Ocean. The rainfall is in this climatic zone 25 to 150 centimeters. Because it is located in between tropical deserts climatic zone and the equatorial climatic zone. We are going towards equatorial climatic zone. We can observe 150 centimeters rainfall. If we are going towards tropical deserts climatic zone, we can observe the rainfall is 25 centimeters. It is a brief explanation about tropical grasslands. So far, 3 climatic zones have been completed. One is equatorial climatic zone. The second one is tropical deserts climatic zone. Third one is tropical grasslands climatic. Now we are going to teach about the Indian climatic zone. The Indian climatic zone is located in between 10 to 30 degrees. In between 10 to 30 degrees. Eastern side of the continents, both northern and southern hemispheres. This one is also called monsoon climatic zone because monsoon's effect is more in this climatic zone. Monsoons are mainly 2 types. Southwestern monsoons, northeastern monsoons. The southwestern monsoons commence or begin from surface of the Indian Ocean and move towards Siberia of Russia. The period of the southwestern monsoons, begin or commence May last week or June first week. blow up to September 15th. The southwestern monsoons enter in southwestern side of India, particularly Palghat of Kerala state. So, which are called southwestern monsoons. The southwestern monsoons are also called summer monsoons. Why the southwestern monsoons are also called summer monsoons? Because these monsoons begin or commence in the summer season, which are also called pro-monsoons, because at the time of this monsoon, first crops or kharif crops cultivated. One is southwestern monsoons, the second one is summer monsoons, the third one is pro-monsoons, which are also called from water to land monsoons, which are also called from water to land monsoons, because these winds commence or begin from surface of the Indian Ocean and move towards at Siberia of Russia. That is why which are also called from water to land monsoons. Southwestern monsoons, summer monsoons, pro-monsoons, water to land monsoons. Heavy rainfall is available west coast of India, northeastern states and Andaman Nicobar Islands due to the southwestern monsoons. Heavy rainfall is available west coast of India, particularly Kerala, Karnataka states, northeastern states and Andaman Nicobar Islands due to the southwestern monsoons. And also more than 1000 centimeters rainfall, more than 1000 centimeters rainfall received by the southwestern monsoons in Meghalaya state, particularly at Masinram and Cherrapunji places. Why more than 1000 centimeters rainfall is recorded at Masinram and Cherrapunji? Because of these two places are surrounded by the